VPNs have been gaining more and more attention lately, but what are they and why should you care? VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. In the past, VPNs were used by larger institutions, employers, universities, government organizations, etc. Now more consumers are interested in personal VPNs, particularly since recent laws have left everyday internet users with more privacy concerns. There are three big reasons you should consider a personal VPN: privacy, security, and access to content. If you don't use a VPN, your internet service provider can see where you go and what you do online. And it isn't just your ISP. Other interested parties, for example, the government, can also check in on your internet activity. If you'd like to visit a website or run a Google search without your ISP knowing about it and selling that information to advertisers, a VPN might be a good idea. Otherwise, ads for whatever you looked up might take over your Instagram feed or show up when you're shopping on Amazon. Open Wi-Fi at a coffee shop might seem like a godsend, but using Open Wi-Fi is actually pretty risky. On Open Wi-Fi, it's relatively easy for someone else at the same location to capture the data packets your computer is sending. They could get your passwords, a list of the websites you visited, or maybe even the content of emails you sent or received. One small thing to note: while VPNs can help you protect data, they can't protect you from malware. If you want to avoid computer viruses, you'll need more than a VPN. Many websites restrict access to content based on location. There are also some governments that restrict access to certain websites. A VPN can sometimes help you get around these restrictions. For example, if you're backpacking through Europe, you might have trouble accessing content that you'd normally be able to access in the US. With a VPN, you can convince these sites that your computer is in Paris, Idaho, instead of Paris, France. So, what exactly do VPNs do and how do they work? VPNs serve two main purposes. They encrypt your data and they mask your location. Normally, when you use your computer to visit a website or search for something online, data travels from the computer through your internet service provider and across the internet to the destination server. Then the server replies with the information you requested. That data goes back across the internet through your ISP and back to your computer. Unless you've taken extra measures or have software-level encryption, the data being sent is unencrypted. As this information travels to and from your computer, your IP address is tracked by the equipment the data is going through. In most cases, your ISP and the destination server will log the IP address of the computer that is making those requests. That's your computer. Your ISP can see which sites you visited and what you did online throughout this process. If you use a VPN, you can connect from your computer to a server somewhere else in the world. In this case, the data will be encrypted. When you access a website, your data will go through the tunnel to the VPN server, and then onto the internet, and then to the server with the information. The IP address that server sees isn't your IP address, it is the IP address of the VPN server. When the destination server replies, the data goes through the VPN server, and the VPN sends the data back through the encrypted connection to your computer. So let's recap. Why should you think about finding a VPN? Privacy. You can Google weird stuff all day without worrying about your ISP seeing that data. Security. With a VPN, you can safely use that open Wi-Fi at the coffee shop while you fuel your caffeine addiction. Your data will be encrypted, so you won't have to worry about any miscreants stealing your passwords. Access to content. A VPN can help you get around geo-specific content blocking. So if you're out of the country, you can probably still visit sites that you'd normally only be able to access if you were in the US. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your quest for online privacy and security.